Matric results came out on the 19th of January, and I'm sure many of you guys have already seen all the students that did exceptionally well dominating our TV screens lately. If you are in Matric this year or know someone who is, you will definitely want to watch till the end of the video because I will be sharing tips and tricks on how to get 4+ distinctions in your Matric exams this year. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm just on a roll these days. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Swakile Swagile Msibi, but everyone calls me Siwa. I'm 18 and I live in the beautiful country of Eswatini. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the support. Thank you for returning. Thank you for everything, the likes, the comments, the feedback. Thank you guys, I genuinely appreciate you, and I feel like I have a good feeling for this year. I feel like the channel will grow and we'll see where this year takes us. But yeah, before I start giving you guys some advice for your Matric year, I want to give you some background information about myself so that you can actually trust the things I'm going to say. So I attended an IEB high school in Eswatini, and in high school I did 7 subjects, which were Siswati home language, English home language, maths core or pure maths, physical sciences, which included physics and chemistry, life sciences, geography, and LO. Out of those 7 subjects, I got 4 A's and 3 B's. So my initial goal was 5 A's and 2 B's, but I was pretty close to my goal, so I'm still proud of myself and I'm still happy with the outcome. It wasn't easy, the entire year was not easy, but I was able to do it with the tips that I'm going to be showing you guys today. Before we get into the tips or the techniques or the methods, I want to share some cold hard truths that I feel like a lot of these videos don't share about Matric, because you have to know what you're getting yourself into with Matric. Don't believe people that say Matric content is difficult. I genuinely don't believe Matric content is difficult. It's just that it's a lot of material and it's a lot of assignments and tests and portfolio things that you have to do. Then it actually feels like it's difficult, but it's not difficult at all. From my personal experience, I didn't find the content, the concepts, the topics and things like that difficult. It was just a lot of work. There's no time to be afraid. There's no time to be insecure. There's no time for you to be like, oh, this is a stupid question. If you need help, get help. If you have a question, ask the teacher. If you need some sort of advice, ask whoever. There is no time for you to be dilly-dallying and trying to understand the concept on your own. If you keep quiet, that will affect you in the long run. Just ask that question that you want to ask and get help. Consistency is key. If you're not consistent with the tips I'll be showing you, you might as well click off this video. These tips that I'm about to tell you are for the entire year, not just 3 weeks. If you want 4+ distinctions, you have to reduce the groups, the parties, the going out. If you want a simple bachelor's degree, then fine, go to all the parties in the world. But if you want 4+ distinctions, 3+ distinctions, you have to sacrifice a lot. That's just the truth. That's just the standard, period. You must know yourself. And when I say this, I mean that you must know the specific study methods that you prefer. You must know the peak productivity times for yourself, because if you take these tips and don't apply them to you, then you won't get any help, because you have to know who you are so that you can take these tips and use them for yourself. The first type of subjects that I want to talk about is theoretical subjects, which are subjects that have a lot of material to go through. So it's a lot of topics and a lot of concepts that you have to read through. It's a thick textbook, those sort of subjects. These subjects have a lot of content, obviously, but are not particularly difficult. They involve a lot of memorization and you need to study a lot for these sort of subjects. These subjects are your life sciences, your geo, your history, your economics, those sort of subjects where it's a lot of content that you have to read through and study and go through, but the content itself is not difficult. It's not like physics, Yeah. My tips for these sort of subjects is study, and There's no other way to go around this. You have to study. You have to write notes, and not just write your notes, review those notes. So if you write notes on Monday, Wednesday, go through those notes and make sure that you remember the things that you wrote in those notes. Don't just write notes and leave them in your bag and never see them again. You have to write notes and review your notes. And studying doesn't involve reading. That's not studying. Reading through the textbook is not studying. Studying is actively doing something, whether that's you have your pencil, you are scribbling little notes on the side, you're doing something actively. You can't be like passively reading and think that's gonna get you the marks. Ask teachers for help. This is particularly so important for these sort of subjects. Even though they're not difficult, it's a lot of concepts, and sometimes the concepts can get overwhelming. So it's important for you to ask teachers for help. Ask them for extra notes. Ask them to like help you with a certain concept, or ask them how can you study better, how can you understand the concepts better. So yeah, I went from life science 60% to life science 80% through studying, through asking the teacher, through writing and reviewing my notes. This next tip is like, take it with a grain of salt. Study groups. If you're particularly very productive within study groups, this is very important. You should use study groups with these sort of subjects. Like, get a bunch of friends, or not really friends, but anyone, and study with them. It will help you understand the topics better. You'll be able to pass information, pass tips and methods and things like that. That's very important. But don't lie to yourself. That's why I'm saying you need to know yourself. If you're not good with study groups, then don't do study groups, because you're going to be wasting your time going to study when you know you're not studying. Type of subject is cue cards. I had a lot of cue cards where I would basically study a subject and write notes and do all those things. Then I would have like those cube cards that you can get anywhere, and I would write questions for myself based on that topic, based on that subject. So for example, maybe geo, and maybe the topic was tropical cyclones. So after writing my notes and reviewing my notes, I would write potential exam or test questions on these cue cards, and then after that I wouldn't look at my notes. I would just look at the questions and try and answer them from the top of my head, so that I know what information I do know and what information I don't know. And make sure that the questions range from easy to difficult. Don't have them too difficult, don't have them too easy. It must be a mix of different types of questions. Watch YouTube videos. Literally, YouTube is free. Like, you just get data and you watch videos. Make sure you watch videos. If you don't understand the topic and you feel like even you've asked the teachers, you've asked friends, you still don't understand it, watch YouTube videos. Watch so many YouTube videos. They will really help you understand a concept better, because maybe your teacher's teaching skill or teaching method is not the method that you prefer. So definitely watch YouTube videos. The second type of subjects that are in Matric are practical subjects. These sort of subjects don't have a lot of content, so they don't have a lot of theory and material, things like that, but they are moderately to very difficult, depending on the type of person you are, natural brains or whatever like that. These sort of subjects need a lot of practice, hence they're called practical subjects. They need a lot of practice. You don't really need to study as much, but you need to practice. These subjects include your physics, your chemistry, your maths, your language subjects, even accounts sometimes, where you need to be doing a lot of practice rather than like your typical studying. Before doing anything, make sure that you have notes for these subjects. Just because it's a practical subject doesn't mean you don't need to write notes. You have to write notes because there is a theory part to these subjects. So write notes, make sure you actually understand the topic or the concept, watch videos, do all these things, ask teachers, so that you make sure that you understand what the topic is talking about and you're not just doing things. Because for the theory subjects, you can get away with a lot of things because it's just memorization. But for practical subjects, you have to make sure you fully understand the concept. For example, if you're learning about kinematics, you have to first understand what is kinematics, write notes about kinematics, do all these things, ask teachers for help about kinematics before you start practicing and doing past papers. you have to first understand the concept. Since these subjects are practical, it means that you have to do a lot of past papers, a lot of past tests. All these things will definitely help you. I'd say like plus minus 25 past papers. It's a lot, I know it's a lot, but like trust me, as you go through the entire year, 25 for the entire year, it gets like easier and easier, because the more you do past papers, the easier it gets, and the more you find some questions in the past papers too easy for you. Research. So these subjects usually have different methods of getting to an answer. For example, maths, maybe algebra. There's so many methods to get to an answer, so it's important for you to research the different methods, whether that's in class if they teach you that, or if they only taught you one method. Research other methods of getting to an answer, and then choose the best one for you, the easiest one for you, and stick with that throughout the year. Don't change methods and be like, oh, today I'm going to use this method. Like, just use one method and stick with it. Always review past papers and past tests. It's very important so that you know which topics you're good in and which topics you're not good in, and also so that you know which sort of questions are always the difficult questions for you and how you can avoid that in the future. I used to just like write tests and like throw away the test once I get it back, but definitely like look through your tests and be like, okay, so this question I didn't do well in, how can I make sure that I don't repeat the same mistake? Or this question I did well in, what made me do well in it? How can I repeat that for the next test? Lastly, I want to motivate you guys as the matric class of 2022 or 2023, whatever year you're watching this in. I want to give you guys motivation, because even though I can give you all these tips and things like that, it will get hard, and sometimes you want to give up and be like, you know what, let me give up. But I want to show you guys that it is possible to get these marks, even if you're not the brightest person, even if you're not naturally smart and things like that. It's possible to get good results, and good results are relative. What's good to you may not be good to someone else. What is bad to someone else may be good to you. So it's different for everyone, and you need to focus on yourself and what your goal is. If your goal is 3 distinctions, if your goal is 7 distinctions, if your goal is 1 distinction, if your goal is just a bachelor's degree, it's fine. The mental health should always be your top priority. Even if you're working towards an academic goal and you want to get these distinctions, don't overwork yourself, because if you overwork yourself, then you'll get burnt out, and then when you get burnt out, you have to take a month off studying or off doing this. So take it little by little, but be consistent in whatever you do. Don't take something that's greater than you and end up like overworking yourself. That won't help you in any way. So definitely just be kind to yourself and take care of your mental health, because if your mental health is not good, your academics will not be good. What you're going through now won't really matter in 6 months or in 2 months or in a week. So don't allow the current situation in your life to deter you from your goals. Have that laser focus. That's what my teacher would always say, laser focus. Have that focus on your goal. Like whatever happens in the country, whatever happens with the pandemic, whatever happens within my own school, within my friends, whatever happens, I have this goal and I'm going to achieve this goal. Because if you allow the things around you to affect you and your goal, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere in life, not even just academics. You're not going to do anything in life if you let things around you affect you. You should always have laser focus. Yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you watched till the end. If you did watch to the end, you're a real one. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, like for real. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It really does help grow my channel and helps YouTube push my videos out more. And yeah, if you know someone who needs help, you know someone who's in matric, share this video with them. Don't gatekeep this video. Share this video with them. Yeah, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. If I'm forgetting anything, editing Swahili will come through. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I have so much content. I keep on saying this at the end. Even last week's video I was saying this, but I have so much content, you guys, and I'm just like waiting to like unleash the content properly. But yeah, bye.